Hey guys, welcome back. Today I've got a little bit of an emergency, sort of, that I've got to solve. So, wish me luck. And here's where we're starting. Alright, so the short of it is I've got the pigs moved back recently, the mama and the younger piglets, and I made a mistake. I put them way too close to the older pigs, and Henry, my boar, has gotten interested, and so now the electric fence isn't working to keep him in anymore. And since I don't have solid fences, I'm really stuck. So I've tried to do a few things. I'll give you guys some details as we go. None of it's worked so far, so now I've resorted to, I've got to get them moved, and I've got to get them moved soon. Because unfortunately, Henry's already gotten in. Henry is our boar. Henry's already gotten in with the pigs once. And, you know, the younger piglets, let's see, they were born in April, May, June, July. So they're about 5 months old. I don't think they're to a point where they're in heat yet, but they're close. And I don't think Molly's in heat right now, but Henry's definitely interested, and I do not need December piglets. So I got to get him moved, and yeah, so this is just a ad hoc, got to get this done kind of thing. And while all of that is bad, arguably the worst part is that my otherwise chill boar, Henry, has gotten a little bit aggressive with me, which is not good. So I'm giving him a pass because I think he's just, you know, excited. And I'm not letting him get to her. But we can't have that, and so I've got to try to help get him into a situation where he can be successful, and that we don't have problems. Because I do have children and, you know, also my own safety. All right, so the other thing is as I've been rushing, I've already gotten some of this fencing up, and you may have seen that already as we come down. It's not complete, but it's almost complete enough that I can start trying to encourage them in here. I've got to get the back side of the barn fenced off, and so that's what the cattle panel's for. But I've got crazy overgrowth from earlier this year, and I never came down here. Oop, almost dropped you guys. I never came down here and cleaned it up. So I started trying to do this morning with the tractor, and I cleaned some of this up. So they're going all the way to the corner down there. So I got the bush hog in here, and then also I originally had this smaller area. Let me set you guys down. I originally had just this smaller area set up, and that's when I first got the pigs, specifically Molly and Henry. But this didn't quite work out the way I wanted, so I'm probably going to end up ripping this out and redoing this section. I haven't quite decided on that yet, but for now, I got all the poly wire that was around the bottom ripped out. It was all grown over anyways. There's still a partially up fence back just behind this. And that's gonna be the only barrier for a short period. I assume they're gonna eat a lot of that down pretty quickly, and then I'll get in there, clean it up, and I'll finish running the line down. But the reality is at the moment, I just gotta do something to get him moved. So wish me luck. Hopefully this works out. All right, to start with, I've got to get to the back side of the barn right here at this corner and clear out some of that and get the cattle panel set up over there. I'm just gonna fasten it to the existing fence and then expand it across the gap that's there and attach it to the T-post on the corner. Hopefully it should be no big deal, but I got all this growth to deal with. And it's pollen everywhere. Back here. There's pumpkins growing in here. Huh. How about that? Alright, I think what I'm going to do is try to get the bush hog in here a little bit deeper. That's just too much to clean out by hand. So I'm going to go back and get the tractor, come back down here in a few minutes and see about clearing a little more of this, and then we'll get that cattle panel in there. All right guys, I got the panel up over there and I forgot to turn the camera back on, but my allergies are already about to go back to berserk. I was dealing with it about a week ago because I did some bush hogging on the front of the property, and we have a lot of giant ragweed, which is, yeah, this stuff that's like 7 foot tall over here, and I'm allergic to it. And when you cut that stuff down, once it's got this tall, it goes everywhere. I should have wore a dust mask, but I was in a hurry. I didn't think about it, and so this might be my last video for a minute because that stuff messes me up. But that part's done. This is all kind of unfortunate because I really didn't want to move them in here this soon, but oh well, it is what it is. So honestly, I think now I just need to get some wire run down the other side and get them in here and move their water, which I guess I should take this opportunity to go wash their water bucket out because it's overdue. All right, well, the last thing I gotta do before I move them is run that last bit of wire. So, I guess I need to get started. It's starting to get warm today. Come here, Henry. Come on, buddy. Here. Henry, come here, buddy. Your butt hurts when I hit you. Now, he's a little bit nervous because when he went after me earlier, I got back at him just because he really come after me. So he's a little nervous, but he'll come around. It's not the first time he's done that, but he's only done it one other time. So I don't know. Farming's tough. Well, the next thing's gonna be moving them, but Henry is out again somewhere, so I'm gonna go snatch their water, take it back to the house, clean it up, bring it back out here, stick it in here and fill it up, and see if maybe I can encourage him to some water, because he hasn't had water in probably 12 hours because he got out and he won't get back in. So, and it's so dry out, he ain't finding it anywhere else. Alright, let me show you the issue. This one's been leaking on me for a little while, and I finally figured out why. These little plastic bulkheads are not the best quality in the world, and this one is cracked on the top there. I've already caulked around it once because it was leaking and the crack's gotten worse, so I'm gonna see if I still have any extra of these and just replace it if I do, but if not, I guess I'll throw more caulk on it and hope that it holds for a little bit longer. Good news, I found them. There's a chance the first time I did this I over tightened these, so I'm gonna see if I can just put it on hand tight, see if that makes any difference. These are not exactly high quality. So good news and bad news. Good news is I don't think it had anything to do with what I did when I installed it. Bad news is I think it's just the pigs being rough on it. I don't know if you'll be able to see that on camera, but there's a crack right there. So, and I think it's from the pigs biting on the end of the nipples. So, all right, well, I'm gonna get the other one installed and we'll get back to it. You know, there might be a silver lining to today, and that is, even though this was not what I wanted and not the timeline that I wanted, with everything else I have going on this fall, maybe it's not so bad that I'm getting something kind of big knocked out, because getting all that cleaned up, I've been putting that off for months. So Yeah, maybe there's a silver lining. Pigs sure are curious what's going on. Alright, well, wish me luck, because I need to devise a plan now how to get them from right there to right here. And the last couple times I moved the smaller pigs, it didn't go well. These guys, yeah, they're starting to get a little bit used to it. Here goes nothing. What's up, guys? Let's see. Who wants some food? Anybody? Yeah. We still eat them. Okay, I know y'all didn't see the finish, but that's it. That's all but two of them. The runt, which always gives me trouble, which I'm not even sure where he's at, and Henry, who actually normally doesn't give me any trouble, but I don't know where he's at either. So, hey, not complaining. Oh, there comes the runt right there. Wonder what the odds are we can get him to come on over. Hey, pig. Hey, little pig. Right here, buddy. Come on, pig. Of course he's gonna be stubborn. Might have to do it like I do it with him every time and just pick him up and carry him. He ain't much bigger than the piglets, so it's not that difficult. Either way, the next real challenge is Henry, because there's no picking up and packing Henry. Alright, well, I'm at a point where I have to go do some other stuff. So I accomplished getting every pig except Henry moved. I left him a crumb trail, if you will, of feed up to where I'm hoping he'll sort of hang out. And he's got that mud pit. He's got access to the little wallow that they had from before, since I unfenced the area that was fenced in. And I've created sort of a channel. I don't know if we'll even be able to see it from here. Just up that fence row right there, I sort of created like a funnel into where I need him to go. So anyways, hopefully that'll work out, but I've got to take care of some stuff. And so I appreciate you guys joining me for what was a chaotic make do kind of moment that at this point hasn't been successful, but that's just kind of how things go sometimes. Wish me luck. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all have a blessed day. See you next time.